Hello, how are you guys doing? Sorry it's been a bit. TRNB, thank you for the 22 months of support. Holy shit, it's Thirk Day, everyone. 22 months is a long time. I know you guys are, have been chomping at the bit for me to get back at this. I am on page 2356. Yeah, it's been a minute. Sorry about that. I went on vacation, and as a result, I just didn't stream this while I wasn't streaming anything, and I just got caught up on JoJo. And that just finished today. It's Black Friday, everyone. A friend of mine is stuck in Black Friday retail while he's having to work it, or he's shopping it. Because if he's shopping it, he got what he deserved. But if he's working it, I feel real bad for him. Like I hate to say it, but there's like Black Friday as a holiday, like we've lost the spirit of the season, like barely anyone died today. Like, just the sales aren't what they used to be. It's so corporate now, Black Friday. It's Homestuck time. Next page sound is page 2578. Thank you. It's Homestuck time. Let me go and flip back over to that for you. It's time for ham steak. Yes. The project that I was working on, I wanted to have done for tonight, to just basically do like an hour and a half of this and then 30 minutes of my secret project. And it is so fucking close to being done. It's like I could have shit it out today, but I was like, if I can just have a couple more days. So, soon. 12 ounce, Kato, thank you for the 15 months of support. I do have to say, I think you guys will enjoy it, and to the point that I'm gonna probably bookend the next Homestuck stream with it, which, depending on what I work out with, it's a video? No, it's not. No, it's a stream idea, and it's quite possibly the next best thing that I've ever done, or quite possibly the thing that ends my career. I don't know which. It's gonna be one of the two, but I'm really excited for it, and I hope you guys come by and check it out after the next Homestuck stream. That will either be Tuesday or Wednesday. So anyway, I should probably read a bit of Homestuck, since that's what I was paid for a charity to do. And also because, it's Thirk Day. Umami, thank you for the 2 months of support, and 12 ounce Kato. I think I thanked you already, but I'm just doubling down. In fact, I know I did, but thank you for the 15 months of support. I kind of vaguely remember what was happening. I'm going to go ahead and open a second page because I think I was looking at something related to the project right before this, and I don't want that to come up when I hit back too many times. So what's your deal? Shouldn't you be helping me out of this jam instead of fussing about with my plumbing? Just presenting a floating reminder that Tavros needs plenty of inclined surfaces for his ascent. That's silly. I made so many ramps you wouldn't even believe it. I specifically decided I wanted to build something ugly and boring. That's how it's now the land of ramps and yawns. Tweet it that you're live. Did I not tweet? Hold up. Hold the fucking phone. Did I not tweet that I was live? Oh, I didn't. All right, go ahead and tweet that shit. I was wondering where everyone was. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, now it tweeted. I'm running out of Homestuck gifts, so I just used Con Air instead. I figured that was probably acceptable. The only guy that I know, thank you for half a year of support. Thank you so much. Clients from Hell is a good Twitter. It makes me upset, honestly, but I follow a lot of accounts on Twitter that just make me fucking angry, and I try and fuel that anger in a fair or like good direction. There's a couple of people I follow on Twitter explicitly because it pisses me off. I think I've talked about this before, but you know, I should probably again read. He's reported otherwise. That lousy snitch. Maybe I should take his computer away so he can't go crying to Fussy Fangs anymore. Or maybe I should upend this load gaper over your head. No, don't. I'm still learning the interface. It could happen accidentally at any moment. Like Mike? Like Mike what? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about following Mike on Twitter. No, there's this one guy that I follow, and I follow him just because I know that whatever his take is 100% the wrongest take that could be had about any given subject. And so when he gave his take about like the whole like Blizzard and China thing that happened a little while back, I was just like, what the fuck? Because he like had the one that I had, and I'm like, am I wrong? Am I somehow like an idiot? Like, the fuck is happening? But, you know, you fed us in these darkest timelines. Oh, I'm glad. Maybe I should okay. We've gone like several minutes and I haven't read anything. I'm still learning the interface. Could happen at any moment. I'm only trying to help him. Think of another way to help. Fine. I'll do something nice. I have an idea. I'll be right back. And for the record, I was going to do this anyway. I was just trying to make him a better player first. Okay. In the meantime, how about I serve my client player the way that I think is best, and you do the same for yours? I thought I was. Yeah, it's literally like that's what Tilda told me. She said when I told her that, and I like had an existential breakdown over this. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening? And she's like, even a broken clock is right twice a day. And I'm like, oh yeah. It literally is that Onion article that, you know, the worst person you know makes a good point. Scurry down the stairs. You make your way down to your innumerable loot strongholds. You stash the riches of gold and jewels and prizes plundered during your campaign. They are your rocket boots. You confess that you will find favor with just about any footwear as long as it's bright red. You wear these striking boots even if they're broken pieces of junk. It just happens that they work fine and are awesome. Take them. Go back up. It's so much stuff. Let me go back and actually... Okay, it's just like jewels and stuff. I forget what her thing... how it worked. It's like it's Magic 8 Ball, so it only shows you what you actually need at any given time or something like that. What's with that live message? It's a lot of people have been saying that to me, and it's more or less I don't know. I don't like to keep you guys waiting, but also I want to make sure that I'm still streaming other stuff. The Majora's Mask people have had to like not see a stream for almost 2 months, and then I streamed it like right before I left and then right when I got back. So, you know. Quit cleaning up after me. You're ridiculous. Get code. Shoes. Of course it is. Send code. Alchemize. So they combined, I guess, his... that makes sense. I'll combine the wheelchair with, like, rocket shoes. It's good. Just her items are trapped in 8 balls. Okay. Fly pupa. Fly. Time and again in time... lead fearsome entourage into ruins. 8 is itchy and an emotion. No, it's just sort of a thing that happens, you know? Like, yeah. The balls only open when you need them, not earlier, not later, I think. Well, you know, if your balls open earlier than you'd like them to, I'm pretty sure that's what Viagra is for. Retired Banana, thank you for the sub. That's very kind of you. Confer with teammates. Yes, another piece fits. We're making some strict progress on this puzzle. Oh, that's cool, I guess. So where do you think is the next one? I don't know. Probably buried in some stupid stand somewhere like all the others. Okay, that's mostly what I was thinking too, but it doesn't sound like it's you think this puzzle is cool. This puzzle sucks. All these puzzles suck. If I have to help you with one more dumb slab of boring rock into another stupid indention, I'm going to put an indention in my face, in my desk with my face. But it looks like a frog, and that's kind of fun. Story. These puzzles are for wigglers. I solved way better puzzles than this in my heyday as Mindfang. Oh, look, some ruins. I bet there's another mysterious recess in the wall. I wonder if something fits there. Probably just opens a secret passage to more wall indentions. I'm so over this puzzle. Dave moment? I haven't even had a Dave moment yet. You can't just call out Dave moments. Like, what? I didn't even do anything, Dave, yet. I've barely been talking. What? Vriska's having a Dave moment. Okay. He's just asking if one happened yet. Sorry, it's just like, I'm so fucking like... At this point, your life is a Dave moment. Okay. I know you want me to read this shit, but, here, let's pretend this is a confessional real quick. Father, I have sinned. I had a Dave moment because I had nothing better to do while I was on vacation, and I basically wanted to work on some music and stuff, so it'd have something for my art channel. Subtle plug. Farther, I have Homestuck, so I was looking around on my phone, seeing like if there's any apps that allow you to make music, so that way I can just kind of start thinking of ideas on learning how to make better rhythms, because arcade needs music, you know? Chaotic Rain God, thank you for the 20 months of support. And so I found like this app called Drum Pad Machine, and it's... First off, most of it sucks. Huge cock. I'm not like sponsored or anything, but I found this is like while I was gone was right around near Halloween, right? So they made an app, or made a soundboard for Halloween, and it's the dumbest fucking thing. Chaotic Rain God, thank you again for 20 months of support. I don't think I said that. I'm just nervous about that. But like, you can just do anything. It's so bad. And then you can get like one of these guys going. It's fucking shit. I like that there is a Halloween night button too. Instant banger maker. It's awful. But it was the rest of the app was useful. Just let the drop happen. Just let the drop happen and then pull out a Halloween night. You get... Where is it? Anyway, so yeah, if we want to talk Dave moments, they're necessary to solve, aren't they? I mean, to find new magical artifacts and things and learn about the lore of this land. Is this metronome step? Yeah. Next time someone raps. Yeah. I had to refresh. What the fuck was that? See, that's a Dave moment. That's a fucking Dave moment. And like Tilda was like looking at me and I was messing around on my phone. I got my headphones in and she's like, "What are you laughing about?" I'm like, "Motherfucking Halloween night." She's like, "What?" And I'm like,
Halloween night.
"It's great." They're necessary to solve, aren't they? To find magical artifacts and things and learn more about the lore of this land. Tavros, let me let you in on a little secret about the lore of your land. It's boring. The minds of your consorts are soft and impressionable, easily manipulated as all those imps you've been bossing around. I picked apart their tiny little lizard brains and seen through the smoke and mirrors of their riddles. I've gotten to the truth that they are guarding. A great big mystery behind this planet. You know what it is, Tavros? No, it's bullshit. Meaningless, boring, Dave moment. See, yes, now you can call it a Dave moment. I'm not even sure if that'll get copyright claimed because it's just so the xylophone part sounds unstable. Yeah, no, the whole fucking shit is unstable. I picked apart their tiny little lizard brains and seen through all the smoke and mirrors of their riddles. I've gotten to the truth of their guarding. A great big mystery behind this planet. You know what it is? No, it's bullshit. Meaningless, boring, fanciful bullshit wrapped in flowery poems to keep you guessing. It all leads to one thing anyway, and what we should put our attention on. Real gamers cut to the chase. They all power through all that nonsense and go for the gold. They cheat, Tavros. It's time you learned to start cheating. I thought it was kind of cheating by making friends with the monsters. So he just made friends with the monsters? Like, that's, I mean, I guess he depending on which ones that you combine to get, I need to pull out my chart. Where's my chart? What the fuck is my chart? I can't Homestuck without a chart. Like, there it is. Okay. Edit with paint. No, don't print it. Where's paint? Edit with notepad, open with paint. There we are. Okay, cool. There we go. So yeah, he's able to just command them as a brown blood. What? Okay, so brown blood is the cattle people. So right, the animal tamer, and then his is it because he's an animal tamer guy, or is it because his specific Lussus was commandable? Like, I honestly don't know. Yes. Okay, cool. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. He's just a really nice guy. He seems, yeah. I'll admit I'm fairly impressed with your progress so far. Even it's a good start. You're bending the rules and starting to get stuff done. And I'll admit I'm fairly impressed with your progress so far, even though you've still probably haven't killed a single enemy. No, don't even bother. I know you haven't. But maybe that's okay, because maybe it's just your style and your strengths are surrounding yourself with allies who are much stronger than you, like me. And there's probably more than one way to go up the echelon ladder. In your case, it's probably more roll gently up the echelon ramp. The path of the invalid. Yeah, I agree. Oof. But I think it's about time to stop fucking around. You need to be challenged more. I've been designing a quest for you that should test your true limits. Is that what you were doing all this time? Yes. I mean, not that I don't appreciate it, but don't you have your own quests? When I rewatched your Homestuck streams, I always played Tulip music when you brought out the chart. So if I go like, if I just like open and close it real fast, do you just have to like play it? Like, can we mix music by having you do this? Like, is this annoying for you in the post? That's an interesting idea. I know you can use points to get the Dave emotes now. I don't know how many you need. As in relation to the secret project that I've been working on, make sure you save some of those points and or bits. You'll need them to be making decisions in the thing I'm working on. and you will want to be able to essentially use them to do that. You can vote still, but it's just better if you have the ability to do them. Minor spoilers, yes. The secret project has not been announced fully yet, but yeah. I'm going to be using highlighted messages in order to get the answers. So whatever a highlighted message is, does the project have a name or is it just the project? It's going to be the project until it's officially announced. And knowing me, it's probably going to be shit. The Friends theme, but in minor key cover is weird. Every breath you take in minor key is amazing. That's good. I will be reading past requests once I read all this, because some people live, some people die. Making highlighted messages 10 points could no way go wrong. Yeah, they might get doubled in preparation for the thing, but it's probably about right where it needs to be. But I would recommend saving them just in case. That way people don't have to, like, use money to do things, necessarily. You just have to watch more of my streams, which works out for me, too. Anyway, it's not that I don't appreciate it, but don't you have your own quests to do? Well, yeah. After she got me into the game, Kanye just left me in the lurch, probably because she's dealing with her own crisis now, which is just as well because I'm starting to get nannied hard, and you wouldn't even bleed it. Nannied? So I had some time to kill, so I drew you a map. Here, take a look. It marks what will be your new destination, where you'll find the ultimate challenge. Will you ever write Homestuck fan fiction? I think at 30 years old, I'm a little past that point. Where does it go? I've determined from your consorts that there is a terrible monster underground. It guards a hoard of treasure bigger than either of us can imagine. It's called a denizen and is the boss of your planet. Tavros, you will go and face the denizen. Won't that be too difficult? It will be the most powerful adversary you've ever met, but you can handle it. I believe in you. Thanks. I mean, I respect that you have lots of piratey bravado about stuff, and you type fast about it, and I think this is foolish and not sensible, but it'll probably just get me killed, realistically. I'm 31 years old, but I think 30 is there's a cutoff point on when what Homestuck fanfiction be about? It'd be about Homestuck ending, and people stop calling me Dave. I think that would be it. If someone wants to write that, just hit me up and I'll read that, and then we can just stop. Maybe those would be a risk. Wait. Maybe, but that's a risk you'll take by being brave and being a brave adventurer. But it's a good opportunity to apply your cunning. Maybe you can rally a huge army to bend to your will and overwhelm the monster. Who knows? It's up to you. This is it, Tavros. It's time to sink or swim. So she's literally just putting him in danger for no fucking reason other than she's bored and thinks he's weak. Would you rather we called you Aridin? No, I'm fine with Dave. That's fine. I should get Kanye's advice. Or maybe Kakarot, since he's the leader. No. Oh, God, every time. Always going and getting others to bail you out. Anyway, Kanye is missing in action, and Karkat is up to his nook with his new stabby hate friend. Don't let your dreams be dreams, Rev. Write your fan fiction. I have so much other shit I'd rather do than write Homestuck fan fictions. It's just really hard to figure out if you really think of it's a good idea strategically, or if it's more of a thing where you harass me but you're excited about it. Tavros, I know nobody believes me about this, and probably not even a gullible dope like you, but I actually care about your advancement as a player. Everything I've done has been to make you stronger. Okay, but I don't know what to believe about that. You're so useless. I'm done talking to you about that. Now shut up and go to the point the cherry vehicle, and go point that cherry vehicle of yours towards the X in the map. Next stop, gate right, because it can be at 8 instead. Gate 7. Let's go. This is an optional, and you know very well that I can make you go and to that gate whenever, whether you'd like to or not. But you'd rather not have to come to that. So what will it be? Advance or advance? Okay, I'll go. Oh, and one last thing. Equip your boy's Scar-like outfit. This will be Pupa's last stand. I mean, sit. Rev, give me ADD. Just don't. Just set a timer on your phone. Here, set a timer on your phone for like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 30 seconds, 18 seconds, and then every time it changes, completely shift what you're doing. Oh, an ad. Oh, I thought you wanted ADD. Point cherry vehicle towards the X in the map. You proceed through what seems like the second gate into the land of maps and treasures. The thief of light lies in wait. Vriska, wake up. But Pupa Pan himself has flown through your window while you were asleep. How exciting! Surely he's here to take you on the adventure of your lifetime. He is more dreamy and heroic than you had imagined. But what's this? It seems the legendary boy Scarlark has misplaced his shadow. He's looking everywhere for it, but to no avail. He's having a devil of a time, and what has paralyzed him from the waist down and all. He clearly needs your help. Fuck this part. Chad has just gone, no, no, the entire time. Help Pupa find his shadow. Is this gonna get... I need to count to 8. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, well. Pupa, you silly are a silly goose. Your shadow is trapped underneath your useless torso the whole time. Honestly, where else would it be, you stupid sack of shit? And of course, the secret to reuniting your shadow is to get up and walk around and play and dance and frolic. Your shadow will surely join in your gaiety, but it appears Pupa has lost the use of his legs. There's no frolicking in this young man's future, unless apply special stardust. Everybody knows just a pinch of special stardust along with a happy thought will allow any boy to get up and walk again. Everyone knows this because it's a classic tale. Pupa Pan. Young Pupa flies through the window of a fairy girl's respite block and falls onto the floor and has trouble getting up like an enormous pansy. The fairy girl then helps him walk again and returns. He teaches her to fly, even though she probably already knows how to fly because she's a fairy. They fly out the window together and they have magical adventures for many sweeps thereafter. To be honest, you hardly know a damn thing about Pupa Pan, but you do not care. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I know very clearly that he's not able to fly. Like, I feel like we addressed that a few pages back. Pupa remains pathetic and useless as ever. Stardust did nothing, probably just some glittery powder with no magical properties, whatever. It's basically bullshit. Because in case it wasn't clear, magic isn't real and neither are miracles. Or it could just be that Pupa has failed to have a happy thought. Your duty is clear. You will have to make him have happy thoughts. Make Pupa have happy thoughts. Oh no. I don't like this. This is RP you're reading. This implies anyone would want to kiss her. No one likes this. So where does it? Okay, hold up. Where? So is this where they're at? They're at Christmas. Manipulate. Stop being so rapey. Just everyone in this comic, stop being so fucking rapey. Like, it's seriously, just every single time a blue blood shows up on the fucking screen, someone gets a little rapey about it. Stop it. No. They are horny children. I get that. It's flashing between Christmas and love in that one. A blue blood shows up on screen. These guys. They're 13. This is Homestuck doesn't get any less horny. Kanye West, deal with your own crisis. Are you guys gonna go to Kanye West's church tomorrow or on Sunday? When he's gonna talk to Joel Osteen, who's like, obviously the best Christian ever, because he doesn't let homeless people into his church when there's a hurricane or after there's been a disaster, and he has just an excessive amount of wealth, and that guy. I think he's doing that every Sunday. Kanye West is a constant amongst my streams. If you could make an unlikable person, like specifically designed for me to hate, Kanye West hits a lot of those things. Crisis resolved. It was no doubt harrowing and suspenseful, but in the meantime, it left your client player in a lurch. Ideally, she's not gotten herself into too much trouble, and ideally, the dramatic irony has not gotten so thick that you draw the dotted line on it with a tube of lipstick and cut it in half with a chainsaw. Return to the serving client. Yeah, just this. Is there an incarnation of Kanye West in Majora's Mask and Daily Premonition? No, just everything else. So that's why she had you make this dress for her. And you went along with it like a sucker. You're such an idiot. There, sweetheart. Aw, she has a thing for her. Oh, I thought she would have a thing for Tavros because he's a good boy. And he has never done anything wrong. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Thank you for the 5 months of support. And yet, no, it's, she's into her for, Kanye West likes the ladies. I mean, that's fine. My problem is just her selection. Like, being a lesbian doesn't mean that you don't have standards. Kanye West is a lesbian, yes. Kanye, it's hard. Being a kid is hard. Being a kid and growing up, it's hard and nobody understands. Try to understand. Oh, we'll finally have this explained. The problem is when the subject of a troll romance is broached, our sparring human intellects instantly assume the most integrating posture of surrender imaginable. Here we go. Here we are. Now we have to actually understand this. We do our best to understand regardless. Humans have one form of romance, though we consider a complicated subject spanning a wide range of emotions, social conventions, and implicit implications for reproduction. It is ultimately a superficial slice of what trolls consider the full body of a romantic experience. Our concept of romance, in spite of its capacity to fill our art and literature and rule over our individual destinies like little else, is just that, a single linear concept, a concept usually denoted by a single symbol. A little heartsy thing. It's a little heart. Troll romance is much more complicated than that. Troll romances need 4 symbols. Take notes. No, I got my notepad up. I got allspice, I got Christmas, I got monorail, and love. I understand love. Okay. I understand their romance is divided into halves, and then halves again, producing 4 quadrants. The flush quadrant, the Calingus quadrant, the pale quadrant, and the ashen quadrant. Each quadrant is grouped by the half they share, whether horizontally or vertically, depending on the overlapping properties one examines. The sharpest dichotomy from the emotional perspective is drawn between red romance and black romance. The rule of Homestuck is complicated equals funny. Cunnilingus. Yes. So, wait. Flush quadrant and cunnilingus. Okay. That's a different thing, I think. I don't think that's how you that's going down on someone. Red romance, comprised of flush and pale quadrants, is a form of romance rooted strongly in positive emotions. Black romance, with its cunnilingus and ashen quadrants, I'm going to be pronouncing it that way, is rooted in the strongly negative. On the other hand, the vertical bifurcation has to do with the purpose of the relationship of the thing, regardless of the emotions behind it. These quadrants are conspicuous, and the flush and clungus have to do with the facilitating the elaborate reproductive cycles of trolls. These, which are conciliatory and pale and ashen, would be more closely likened to a platonic relationship amongst human standards. Are many parallels between human relationships and various facets of troll romance. Humans have words to describe relationships of a negative nature or platonic nature. The difference is, for humans, these relationships would never be conceptually grouped with romance. Julie Bashir, thank you for the 44 months. You pronounce I love you since you can never pronounce my name. It's Julie Bashir. Bashir. Sorry. Do I have a shipping grid yet? Yeah, I've got one of these. It seems to be upside down, but otherwise, I think it's accurate. There are many parallels. The establishing the okay. So, all right. So you got love and you got platonic. Monorail is like a platonic, you're looking out for him sort of situation, right? Hate fuck is like, is allspice like your relationship with your boss, where you just fucking hate someone else, but you have to deal with them, and so you have to look out after their like well-being to like a vague degree? Sure, why not? Rivals? You'll see. Rivals. Okay. A third party that keeps the other two from killing each other. They're explaining it right now. Yeah, but fucking... if I don't interact with chat for like 5 seconds, my life just starts to degrade rapidly. I have to like, hey, Twitch chat, throw out a kappa for me, just while I'm taking a piss. This is a good piss, isn't it, guys? Kappa's in chat. No, I'm actually not at that level right now. But goddamn, I've known people who are. It's sad. It's like, please go outside. I say as someone who doesn't go outside. Thank you for the actual kappas in chat. I don't know why I wanted a kappa in chat while I was taking a piss. Loving this piss. 10 out of 10. Great piss. There you go. But for the trolls, these primal forces involve themselves in the full palette of these relationships, red or black, torrid or unfriendly. Trolls typically feel strongly compelled to thank you for the 4 months of support, Zachariah Ribbit. I thank you for the 10 bits there. Thank you, Ferret. I'm glad you like it. I think the last 4 episodes of part 3 of JoJo were good. If you have to watch nothing else, I think that's good. I'm at page 2,393. If you want to like read back up to that point with me, Kinky Little Twinkie. That's a hell of a name. All right, later then, lady. But for trolls, these primal forces involve themselves in the full palette of these relationships, red or black, torrid or friendly. These trolls typically feel strongly compelled to find the balance in each quadrant, seeking to gratify these relationships that each describes. The challenge is particularly torturous for young trolls who must reconcile the wide range of contradictory emotions asserted within this matrix while understanding the nature of their various romantic urges for the first time. Of course, young humans have this challenge too, but for trolls, the challenge is fourfold. Examine flush quadrant. Okay, so this is just love. It's when two individuals find themselves flush quadrant together. They are said to be mate spirits. Mate spirits is the closest parallel to the human's concept of romance trolls have. Thank you for the 23 bits there, purebred douche. How do I deal with sweat? I enjoy it. No, I was talking about part 3 of JoJo. Sorry. Different thing. I'm moving on to part 4 of JoJo on Tuesday. I'm doing like a riff tracks thing with that. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty good. There are a couple episodes which you can skip. Strength and the Alyssa episodes I would highly recommend skipping. And anyone who's seen them understands why. Go ahead and shout out in like the comments and also in chat if you agree with me. My reactions are pretty good, but they are awful episodes. It is the closest parallel to the human concept of trolls have. It plays a role in the troll's reproductive cycle and just does for humans. This is pretty obvious. Not much more needs to be said about this. Moving right along. Cunnilingus, where a pair of adversaries delve into this quadrant, they become each other's chemists. This is Christmas, right? The spades one is Christmas, right? All right, Christmas. It plays a role in the procreation as well. There's no particularly good human translation for this concept. The closest would be especially potent arch rivalry. For instance, human players would never be able to adequately diagnose the relationship between the queen and the arch agent, but the troll players would be immediately able to place it as a dead ringer for Christmas. They would think that it's pretty stupid that we're not getting it, and they would be right. Trials have a complicated reproductive cycle, and it's best not to examine it in much detail. But you need to seek out a constant partner. Comes with more urgency than typical reproductive instincts. When an Imperial drone comes knocking, you had better be able to supply genetic material for each of his fellow pals. If you have nothing to offer, he will kill you without hesitation. The genetic material, without going into much detail, is a combination of genetic mix, which the mates are to jerk off into buckets, right? We're here for buckets. The pails are offered to the mother grub, who can only receive such pre-combined material. She combines all of it into one incestuous slurry, and then begins her brooding. This doesn't mean the initial combination was for naught, however. In the slurry, the more dormant genes rise to the fore, while the recessive find more reproduction in the brood. Especially strong mate spirit and chemistus pairings yield more dominant genetic material. The more powerful the complement or potence of the rivalry, the more dominant the gene. So you need to have like the ability to jerk off not only yourself but your partner and the person you hate most in the world. Right? So basically, like, imagine you hate someone. You need to jerk them off and your boyfriend at the same time. And then depending on, like, you know, if you hate someone a lot, that'll be added to the gene pool as well. Not most in the world, just your rival. So, like, if you have a rival, you'd want to jerk them off as well. Okay. Yeah, I didn't like that. Just looked at Twitter again and saw a tweet from a 2,000-year-old serpentine mask being found. Yeah, that happens every now and then. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nothing bad will happen. Did that actually happen recently? I feel like that happened a while back. What's trending on Twitter? I don't know. Doesn't mean the initial combination was for naught. More powerful troll reproduction is sure it's weird. Let's take a moment to lament how pedestrian the human reproductive system is, and further lament that the phrase incestuous slurry is not a feature of common prevalence on human civilization. No, I think it's probably good that incestuous slurry is not a common phrase. Um, Examine Ashen Quadrant. This quadrant involves a particular type of three-way relationship of black romantic nature. Falling into the conciliatory side has no bearing on the reproductive side cycle except for indirect ramifications. Two trolls are locked into a feud or sometimes contentious relationship. One can intervene and become their allspice. They're allspice. Right. To prevent the feud from boiling over to fully. Okay, but why would you want to do that? The whole like purpose of the gene pool. When it comes to clubs, Kanye West is a slut. Okay, I knew this. When trolls are locked into a feud or some otherwise contentious relationship, one can intervene and become their auspice. Auspice mediates between the two, playing the role of the peacekeeper, preventing the feud from boiling over into the actually functionally useful for their reproduction cycle thing. Since the lesser feuds are quite common among trolls, there is significant need for those parties. Without them, too many ashen feuds would become cunnilingus and begin to conflict with each other, exclusive Kismis's relationships leading to a great. Okay, so without ostracism, the result would be widespread spread black infidelity. So, like, basically to prevent you from cheating on your hate partner. Some people think being a marriage counselor prevents cheating. Seizure warning, just in general, I think with Homestuck. I don't think the whole comic really is good for you if you have issues with that. Lots of flashing lights. See? Yeah, there you go. There's another one. The relationship of each quadrant described tends to be malleable. It's not if not volatile, especially on the cuspant half where more torrid emotions reside. It doesn't take much to flip switch to transmute black ROM feelings to red ROM or vice versa. In many cases, one party will have red feelings while the other has black, and it will often be the case that one party's feelings will swap to match the other's, since there's no quadrant which naturally accommodates such a disparity. But thereafter, it is not uncommon for the two to toggle between red and black in unison now and then. These scenarios naturally results in both red and black infidelities. This sort of relationship volatility is why conciliatory relationships are an important part of troll romance. The auspice can stabilize the particularly turbulent relationships, and auspices fall in to mediate properly, and has no interest in the role, or perhaps has a different romantic intention for him or herself altogether. Then the relationships often quickly deteriorate into one of especially hostile and torrid nature. So this is the sort of thing that happens every now and then, at least when you're a kid. I remember this being a thing where someone's like, man, he's no good for her. Like, I'm much better for her. Like, I'll let her know that he's a shit guy, and I'll help her out of this shitty relationship. And then she'll date me because I'm so great. Seen it go with girls doing the same thing, but it's always one of those things where it's just like, don't. Walref, thank you for the 3 months of support. Rev reads chat. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating with the thing flashing this much. Yeah, avoid spoilers as much as possible. Wollerf now. Yeah, I added an L in there because I just felt like it needed one, you know? Just sort of like feng shui, but on your name. But it's dyslexia. Um, just like, oh man, you know what would be really great? Just a little plant here, an L halfway through your name. It'd be great. Um, There are many other outside factors and influences tugging and pulling at the relationship in different directions. Unlike humans, who are very orderly, simple, straightforward, romantic relationships without exceptions, trolls exist in a state of almost perpetual confusion and generally have no idea what the hell is going on. Being confused by troll relationships is one thing we do have in common, though. Examine pale. Okay. I hate all of these except for the one that I understand. I hate things I don't understand. A quadrant presided of the monorail. The other conciliatory relationship, a reasonable human translation, be the concept of a soulmate, but in a platonic sense, and with a more specific social purpose. Trolls are a very angry and violent race, and are more hot-tempered and dangerous than others, to the extent that if they're left on their own devices, they would present a serious threat to society, or even themselves. Such trolls would have an instinctive pale attraction to more even-tempered troll, who becomes their monorail. The monorail is obliged to pacify the other to function as the better half, and the two partners in the strong pale relationship would serve to balance and complement each other's emotional profiles, and thus allow for other relationships to be more successful. So this is just sort of like a little bit more than a best friend. Like it said, a platonic soulmate. I get platonic soulmate. That one I get. Like you want to make sure that they're okay, but like you don't want to fuck them. Except for it just feels like he wants to fuck. It just feels like he wants to fuck. Also, is this the first time we've seen her without her hat on? Did I just come into 5 hours of exposition? I mean, I think Homestuck is just exposition. And then someone makes a joke. Like, I feel like it's like, you know, here's this world, here's how it works, and then someone makes a joke that is a reference that you'd only get if you had read every other page up till this point. She is the only one he does not want to fuck. So often ambiguous, especially among young trolls, whether a bond formed between acquaintance is a true monorail inch or a of the usual variety of platonic involvement. Furthermore, the romantic intentions of a flush nature can often be mistaken for paler leanings and much frustration to the suitor. The pale pairings, as the one above, will be strikingly obvious to all who know them. And yet others seem to be hatched for each other. Wait, more troll exposition, please. No. But I don't even know who the fuck that is! God, you just cannot get enough of this, can you? That would be a great point for a transition out of this illustrated sociological study, but okay, if you insist. Now let's see what's going on here. It's perfectly simple, full matrix of troll romances action, and why don't you figure it out? You should be an expert on all this by now. Right? Uh-huh. And what's going on over there? Alright. I was never allowed to not. Later, a troll hero will explain this to our human hero, attempting to convey all the nuances of troll romance through nearly verbatim recitation of the presiding excerpts, who try and compare how rich in texture the troll romantic comedies are compared to the one-dimensional schlock of our human cinematic counterparts. I saw a good Adam Sandler romantic comedy the other day. Like, not by choice, but because Tilda's mom put it on. And it was like, I'm just going to fuck around on my phone anyway, so I don't really give a shit. But it was actually alright. It was like a murder mystery one. It was okay. By good, I mean I just, like, my expectations were on the floor, and it was better than that. What was the name of it? I don't remember. They go on a yacht because attractive Italian guy tries to hit on his wife, and he's just sort of a piece of shit and a shitty cop. And then a murder mystery romance, yeah. It's literally called Murder Mystery. Okay, good. I'm glad they really spent the time and effort on the writing. It was okay. It was yeah. Someone says 50 First Dates is below average, which is gold for Adam Sandler standards. It's okay. You know, if you go through this life never having seen the Adam Sandler movie, Murder Mystery, you'll probably be okay. God is not going to ask you at the pearly gates what you decided to do with yourself and why you decided to do that. Like, why you would not watch the absolute masterpiece. He was like, I was trying to tell you, it was the third testament. You know, you had the Old Testament, New Testament, now you got Murder Mystery by Adam Sandler. You know, like, you're going to hell for not watching it. Like, no, that's not going to be a thing. You'll be fine. You will not need to put it on your bucket list. It's fine. It's shit. It's not good. It's just better than expected. Don't give me this Dave shit. They're trying to describe how rich in texture their troll are, blah, 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 blah. You barely scratch the surface of troll Will Smith's virtuosity and the delicate lattice of troll romances as he would assist in bumbling, fudge-blooded troll Kevin James through the interwoven minefield briar patch of red rom and black rom entanglements, all of which, while sifting through his own prickly romantic situations and ultimately learning the true meaning of the hate and pity, it would succeed before the Imperial drone came knocking with his thirsty pails at the ready. Yes, they would. I found out that this guy... Okay, so how far into the stream are we? We're almost an hour in, so I can make a Warhammer reference. Found a guy who does a Warhammer channel. One of the guys who works on it, I'm not going to name names. The channel does not give him enough money for him to live, obviously. So he does like date counseling. Like in the movie Hitch, which it's describing here. He does a Homestuck channel. I mean, a Warhammer channel, and his side gig is Warhammer. His main gig is teaching people how to pick up women. All while sifting through his own prickly romantic situation. Just, it is, yeah, he's a pickup artist. It's yeah. I don't know if he's successful at it or not. He's, that sounds kind of scummy. I don't know the ethics of pickup artists. From my understanding of it, it sounds very not ethical, but it's an interesting thing. What faction does he play? I don't know. I've never played him. And I've never seen him play. He just does work on channels. But it's just sort of surprising. I think there's probably a way of being a pickup artist that isn't shameful. Like, for the socially awkward guy who's nice, that you just tell him, like, you need to have confidence in yourself. You need to, like, have hobbies that you could talk to someone about and they wouldn't fucking shit on you for. And you should be willing to date people who, you know, well, just don't, yeah, be like a wingman. Yeah, that could be okay. But if it's like emotionally abuse women so they want to fuck you, that's bad, you know? hot take about dating counseling, I guess, here on stream. I think that's fine. Call it something like a confidence artist, or yeah, like it gives you confidence. Except for, you know, yeah, you'd have to call him a con art. Okay, that's fair. You're right, but John didn't understand any of this because he's a moron. He would shut up about his awful Earth movies, and it's just gonna go on and on about that garbage. Rev should listen to The Baby Is You. I believe I have it saved for when we get to that point, but I haven't gotten there yet. But if there was one theme to be hammered through his thick skull, it would be that the troll's cultural preoccupation with romantic destiny. Yes, the romantic landscape is rife with false starts and miscues and infidelities, red and black, but every troll believes strongly that each quadrant holds one and only one true pairing for them. It's just a matter of time before the grid is filled out with auspicious matchups through the mysterious channels of troll serendipity. In short, their belief is that for each quadrant there exists a pair or a triad of trolls somewhere in the cosmos that were okay. So like, if you're Christmas with someone, no, if you're allspice, right? If you're allspice with someone, and you're their guy that keeps them from like fucking murdering each other, is that your function in that relationship, or do you have your own allspice to prevent you from murdering someone else? Like, do you only inhabit one of those goals? Because, like, I get these other ones. There's only, like, you're in a loving relationship with one person because for some reason trolls don't have, like, polyamory. Allspice is a date counselor. Okay. You both help each other out. Okay. You could be both. You could yeah, but you got to fill up all 4 quadrants, but you do it with individual people. Like, you got the one person you love, and you got the one person you like best friends with, and then you got the person that's just your absolutely hated arch rival. And then you got this one, and this is the one that I don't totally get. Because there's 3 people involved in this relationship, but there's only one person that's right for you in that relationship. So is it like, okay, let me put it this way. All right, hold up. All right. Let's fucking. I need some people from a series that's not this, so I can try and understand this. Give me a second. All right, so, all right. So, Ash Ketchum. There we go. Ash. All right, so I ship him with Misty. Don't fucking at me. They just seem like they seem like a thing. Okay? Then you got like for the Christmas quadrant, you've got, and so that would be your love quadrant, right? Lukewarm take. Okay, fuck you too. Anyway, and then you got Gary, right? All right, so this is Ash's grid, right? So you got Gary here, X Ash. Okay, and that's the hate fuck. Like, Gary and Ash just fucking hate each other, right? So that's this one, right? And I guess that like, we can just ignore Trevor. Do you remember Trevor? I think no. See, like, but it flips. So sometimes Misty is that, and then Tracy. Yeah, Tracy. You remember Tracy? No one fucking remembers Tracy because he was Tracy Pokemon. This guy, the drawing guy, that's his thing. He draws arts. I'm a little bit scared to scroll down. It's gonna be. I don't even want to know. All right, so like Tracy, you could just be over here. You aren't involved in this. So Tracy doesn't exist. Just ignore him. He doesn't exist. Don't Don't give a shit about Tracy. He's gone. All right. Anyway, you got Brock, right? So Brock is in... Brock is in my shipping grid with... and he's a monorail of Ash, right? They're like besties, right? Like, even after, like, Tracy tried to, like, steal the limelight, they got rid of him, and Brock came back, right? But then, I don't know what that would be, but is it like fucking... Meowth and Jesse and James? Did I do it right? But, like, does Meowth have a different one of these for himself? Profoundly cursed. Jesse and James are totally monorails. Okay. Did I do it? This is a joke that required like several thousand pages of reading in order to get. But like, okay, so like, I don't get what Ash's would be. Yeah? Let's move on. Give me your take about Pokemon shipping in chat. Also in the comments on YouTube. It'll make me more money and cause me probably to get my channel deleted. Hit me up. Anyway. Ash, Misty, and her bike. Not every quadrant is always filled. Okay, cool. So I've made Ash's shipping grid. Right? Who would I ship Professor Oak with? Ash's mom? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, they are in a red romance. They absolutely fuck. Do I need to pull? He's an old man. Oh, he's an old man. You know what? He's a doctor, okay? Ash's mom is a single mom having to put her kid through, like, all these Pokemon trials. Do you think those competitions that Ash goes to are free? Do you think that, like, he just goes to that competition, he doesn't have to pay any money to get in? No, his mom pays for that shit. His mom pays for that shit. Now, where do you think she's getting that money? She realizes that you know what? He's given her what she needs, you know? Someone who gives a shit. Someone who's around, who can take care of her kid, you know? Where the fuck is... You know where her fucking husband is? Dead. He died in the fucking Pokemon War, which is canon because Lieutenant Surge is a thing. In short, their belief is for each quadrant there exists a pair of triad of trolls somewhere in the cosmos that were made for each other. Wow, it's another great transition. You'll wonder if this one will stick this time. You have no choice but take a stab at this rare and extremely dangerous 2x transition combo. Attempted ×2 transition combo. Looks like it worked. Who is this guy anyway? And we don't fucking care. And we just skip this part, right? Right? I've been told he's worse than any of the other guys so far. So it's really hard for me to want to care about this guy. How about we just do a BRB instead? That sounds great. That sounds good. The insult troll. I don't feel like we needed an insult troll. What's happening? I've just cursed chat with forbidden fucking knowledge. It's time for a BRB. I need to pee. Today's Chronog game is Observer. I enjoyed it well enough. It's a local game developer. I tried to get a job with them. They didn't give me the job. I had to quit the game halfway through because it was kind of making me nauseous. I think the field of view was a little off, but like, if you want a good cyberpunk game, Observer is legit. It's normally $30. It's $6.59 today on chrono.gg/RevScarecrow if you want to give me some dosh when you buy it. But anyway, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Give me like 2 minutes to go piss, and I'll be right back. BRB. And we're back. How are you guys doing? I'm doing good. I went ahead and messaged Ima my shipping chart of the Pokemon characters. I'm going to see if that's accurate. I figured it would be good. Twitch was telling me there was 100 people watching when I left, and then suddenly it says that there's like 500. I was like, man, that's 100 very active people in chat, but okay, I guess so. Whatever, as long as they're enjoying it. I'll take 100 people enjoying it, you know? But nah. Anyway, who is this guy? Your name is Eridan Ampora. Okay, we just entered it. Do something awesome. Wait for it. Wait. We do have it up. Okay, cool. There she blows. Uh-huh. Two times transition combo. Okay, this guy must be pretty squared away. What about her? Enter name. Your name is Fefri Pexels. I've heard that name before. I feel like it's less hated. Fefri time, baby. Bitch, fish bitch number 1. Fefri is precious. She's Babby. Pexius means fish. Okay. So together, they've shot and wounded an innocent creature. I would assume innocent. And then they've dropped it at the bottom of the fucking abyss for a kraken to eat. Frefree, go home. That should keep her quiet for a while at least. At least until she dies. She should be, that should keep her happy for a while. And make her freshly orphaned troll somewhere pretty sad. You're conveniently returned to your respite block so we may study your variety of interests. It was very considerate of you. Flowing through your veins is nearly the richest blood of the hemospectrum has to offer, the penultimate on the scale. As such, you are a sea dweller, a subrace of troll distinct from the commoners by its mutation and habitat. The caste that rules over the entire species by ruling, in your view, is not enough. You have the overpowering genocide complex, and you've made it your sworn duty to kill all land dwellers. You have amassed resources and deadly weaponry from all around the world for this ambition through many sweeps and extreme role-playing while pursuing a working doomsday device which will bring Armageddon to all those on the surface. You haven't had... We can skip it. They just orphan trolls together, you know, like friends do. You haven't been much luck with that. Maybe tonight's your night. You hold fascination with military history and legendary conquerors. I think I talked about this last time, but the crossover of like the if you've got a thing for like history, but specifically like not like all of history as a guy, but just World War II. Just World War II, maybe a little bit of ancient Rome, but not where you like acknowledge that gay stuff was happening or that not every Roman statue was a white dude. It's a little suspect. You know, someone compared it to horse girls, and I don't know about that, but yeah. Liking World War II is not a personality trait. I think you'll find it fucking is. And it's a personality trait I don't like. You have a fascination for military history and legendary conquerors. You doubtfully modeled your profile and exploits on the most notable, notorious figures and their stories. And bristling with the glory of victory and sting of defeat, the political machinations and romantic intrigue is the image that you carefully have to craft through exaggerated emotional theatrics and a penchant for mass murder notwithstanding. People tend to regard you as a bit of a tool. I would say that that's accurate of what Chad has told me. My dad's interested in Civil War and World War II. Should I be concerned? Is he aggressively interested in Civil War and World War II? To the point where, like, it's just a thing that gets brought up even if it doesn't matter. Your troll tag is Caligula's Aquarium. You speak with a very weird and sort of wavy sounding accent. I have to read it with a lisp. With a very weird and sort of wavy accent. You hold off doing anything for the moment on account of the courtesy to Fairlow royalty. Armadillo, thank you for the sub. Rev, don't do that. A woo. Skipped a line. You know, the less I know about him, probably the better. What do I need to know? You like magic even though you know that it is to be fake. Like I made a friend, the way wizards are. Make believe fakey fakes. It's all still fun. There you go. He just kind of stutters W's and V's on the subject of the of courtesy. You've returned to your block, and we can have a better look at you again. Quite considerate. Royalty sure is civilized. You are also a sea dweller. You have a noble blood, most noble blood possible. You only, the only of your kind known to possess it, and the only to share with Gobble, the deep sea monster known as the Rift's concubine emissary to the horror terrors, or in hushed tones, the speaker of the vast glub. This makes you heir apparent to the Eternian rulership, which is ordinarily you would place considerable jeopardy. Her imperial condescension would steer the flagship from a fleet that would make an attempt on your life herself, if not for the protection of your monstrous lusts. If not forewarned, your race's extinction by whispers of that lusts would have, you would have big plans for the throne. All the plans, all of them. So, what was I going to say? I don't remember. No, that's what I was going to say. In Hive Swap, there's a woman who controls everything. She is a fish person. Is this the same fish person? Or is this a different one? Or is that spoilers? You redefine what it means to be cold in Troll Society. Under your rule, it would mean caring for the unfit and infirm rather than exterminating them. Isn't Hive Swap a sequel? It's different, not the same blood, different person. Okay. Nope, that there is a connection. Okay. I see. You were define what it means to be cold. See, honestly, that sounds pretty good. Under your rule, it means caring for the unfit and infirm rather than exterminating them. You'd have to put this idea into practice by culling the fauna of the deep. You tend to wild and beautiful aquatic hoof beasts, grooming and feeding them daily. You capture and cage cuttlefish by the thousands for their own good, but also because they're funny and colorful and you love them. You often swim through the bars of their cages, but that's fine. You run your whole palace as if sort of wildlife adoption facility, even if the wildlife needs to care, is dubious at best, and the practice is really amounts to elaborate role-playing scenario. It is still fun, though. Like, if you're gonna be a dictator, like, usually the first thing that happens is you murder anyone who has any chance of opposing you, and then you get everyone to hate one specific type of person. You know? You just go, people of this type are bad, and they are trying to steal your jobs and fuck your women, and they're gonna get rid of you, and it's gonna be awful, and you should make me the best so we can get rid of them. It's I mean, just honestly pick any asshole ruler ever, and that's the truth. I mean, dickindictator.com. Alright, the dick in dictator is there for a reason. So that she's not going that route is interesting. She's not really doing the dictator thing right, which is good. I like her for that. You tend to the wild and beautiful aquatic hoof beasts, grooming and feeding them daily. You capture and cage cuttlefish by the thousands for their own good. Moobot doesn't seem to like you. Also, I added a .com because I read something in chat that someone said they did link.com, and then Moobot was like, nope! I think we could probably have a long ass debate about the pros and cons of fascism, but instead I'm gonna just ignore you and say that it was bad, and fascism is bad, and dictators are bad. It's just bad. I tried .com, but the chat was like invalid command. Okay. I think we already had the chat Apocalypse. You don't need to put a .com. And if you throw a .com, it will delete your entire thing. Controversial streamer over here. Nowadays, I am. I'm not really into Homestuck, but will you ever bother to find out how bad the OVA is? I will see, I guess. I don't know. It depends on how far I get along into JoJo before I have to go back. I've heard that I have to watch more than exists, so there it is. Anyway, you tend to wild and aquatic cuttlefish into the thousands for their own good, but they're funny and colorful, and you love them, and they swim all over, blah blah blah. You would love to look forward to using your reign to unite the two races. You were told that you would do this one day by your lusts, even if it does not contradict your message of extinction. Oh well, you suppose not all prophecies can come true. Your troll tag is cuttlefish color, and you have a hard time getting really excited about practically everything. God, I fucking hate her typing method. I know some people are, what'd you both do? Do something ridiculous. Alright, yes. Fuck yes. Hell. Fucking. Yes. Bother Feffrey. Feff, hey, Glub. Hey. What is it? Wondering. What? I was wondering if you can forego the exaggerated emotional theatrics for once and tell me what is on your mind. Nothing's on my mind. Why can't I just fucking talk and glub at you for no reason I don't have? Well, fine. If you don't want to hear it, yes, I suppose I do. Yes, I do. I suppose to talk to each other, and that's what monorails are for. Whatever. Will you take the clip off your knob and tell me what's the matter? Well, since we're the palest of pals a guy could ever ask for, I will tell you, even though you were willing only to humor me. The last few episodes of Part 3 had some real sketch animation, especially in the second Darby fight. Even with humor me, since you don't agree with my agenda, any of my agendas, really, none of them. Are you fretting of another one of these contraptions? See, more condescension. You're gonna make hell of an empress. No, I'm not. But that is besides the point. It's kind of weird that they have like such opposite understandings of what they're going to do with their rule. You know, like she wants to make it so that way, like, you know, disenfranchised people are taken care of, and he wants to genocide. Like, they seem very different, so I can understand why people like her over him. Because, like, you know, if you were to tell me, like, there's a guy who's basically a neo-Nazi, and then there's someone who's entirely the opposite of that, one of those you'll like, and I'd be like, yeah, probably. All right, later, legend. You keep trying to get how the great military masterminds became great through upright perseverance. I think deep down you stack these plots against you so you fail because you know it's wrong. It isn't wrong. I'm going to explain it to you again. At this point, all you need to know is it's important to me, and I'm doing it for us. And I mean our kind. Nobody even understands, not even you. It's the last time that I'll say this. We're not better than anybody. Human spectrum begs to differ. If you're so sickened by them, as you say, why do you spend so much time on land? You can't have the sort of affinity with our kind that you profess if it's only spent, what, a few days underwater in your whole life? Whatever. I have to keep an eye on them up there. It's all about tactics. What about your friends? Do you ever think about them? What are they, what if they're beneath you, then they have to die too. I know, like, I'm talking to some of them, but you say you hate them, but I think you're pretending. Imagining two people with opposing views being civil, very unrealistic. It's yeah, it seems completely like off the radar for me that they'd be able to be like, I mean, like, listen, that's not the way it is right now. Let's put it that way. I won't have my take on it, but let's just say that's the way it is right now. And that's the way they are, though. History is full of consorts who consort with the enemy, members of the enemy in manners way before wiping them out. Even going as far as growing fond to some is only civilized. I have the fishy feeling that this stupid doomsday machine. So this is the machine that Vriska is making, right? This stupid doomsday machine that is just another excuse for the consort with someone in particular. All your feelings are fishy. Don't glub at me in that tone with a glub with me, mister. What? Well, one is the empress in waiting, and the other wants to fuck her. I thought they were pale. Pale bros for life. You don't have like a pale is not someone that you like, you know, you're friends with benefits with. You don't like come over to their house and like jerk off into a bucket with them. You know? They're pale zone. They don't want to fuck. You cannot have me read like 5 pages of absolute garbage nonsense and then have it have no bearing on anything. She's friend zoning the neo-Nazi. Okay. He's monorail zoned. Okay, I'll keep reading. Maybe it'll... Okay. Don't you glub at me. Fish noise. If I want to glub... Oh, shit. You're angling for so much trouble now. Okay, let's not get into the whole fish fucking pun thing again. Like, we get it. We are nautical themed. Hee, okay. But I don't know. I don't know why she's ignoring me. I guess she's just bored with me. We had it all set up for... to give me this thing tonight, though probably doesn't even work, but maybe that wasn't even the point. I mean, I think you have a pretty good rivalry going on, or at least it's pretty bitter and contentious. While there was some good chemistry, I don't know what happened. I guess I wouldn't really know. Sometimes people drift away from each other. Okay, hold up. Okay, so like, what if... Can you be in this position, right? So you got like this going on, right? But simultaneously, you also, this person is in a pale relationship with that person. So these people are like providing 2 different things for each other. And this person is just out here doing his own thing. No. Yes. Yes. They invalidate each other. But this person, the Meowth in the situation, what if Meowth and Jesse are best pals forever, right? But then James is just doing his own thing and he wants to fuck, like, I don't know, Gary's mom. Gary's mom has got it going on. You remember that song? No, it's Stacy's mom. It's a very different thing. I'm sure that was made. The Meowth in a relationship. James is a teenager. Okay. That was a sentence. Yeah, it was. James is a teen. Okay. James is gay. Okay. That is ridiculous. Any girl that would be lucky to have a Christmas... Didn't they, like, canonically get together? Like, Jesse and James? In the end? Like, they had a baby. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. Remember when James got Jessie pregnant? Anyway. That's fan art, is it? I thought that was the manga. It isn't fan art. I'm not gonna read that. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Put that onto the chart. Does this need to be... Let me make sure... Rocket shipping is a thing, apparently. People want me to put this on the chart. Let me read this really quick. Allergic to fluff over the years. Pre-teen years. The aren't as friendly as they thought. The manga was licensed. James Zelda. Don't put it on the chart. Should I put hentai on the chart? Not until Act 6. View image. Save image. Hold up. Has anyone mentioned shipping Jesse with Ash's mom? Hold up. Like, there's a lot of dangerous things on this page that could be a problem for me to, like, accidentally show you. I'm pretty sure. And I don't really want to get my channel banned, so just give me half a second to, like, deal with this situation real quick, and then I'll be right back with y'all. There we go. There we go. I did it. I didn't accidentally show Pokemon hentai on stream. Searching up Pokemon related stuff on stream is very risky. Let me scroll down. No, there's some weird shit here. Yeah, no, that's getting closed right now. What's happening? I'm putting art together. I'm making art. Shut up. Hold up. I'm making art. Hold on. Hold on. There, yeah. Did I do that all in incognito tabs? I've just streamed it in front of like 1,000 people, right? Like, you fucking think that that's gonna work? Like, the cops aren't gonna know that shit? People aren't gonna know that shit? What's the point of incognito? Gotta clean up these edges so that way, you know, you could have the shipping art right next to the thing that is expressly not that. The image is from the Electric Tail Pikachu's manga, which is officially licensed manga and done by hentai artists. I had a couple copies of it growing up. There is the bit with the tentacle. Please put the Dave emote on Jesse's face. All right, I gotta find it though. Do I have it on this chart? There it is. Okay, this chart has gone through some things. Gotta get it all cleaned up. I could just go and find it, but I think the random artifacts of bits that I didn't clean up correctly leads to the whole, like, hello bro fucking Jeff aesthetic. That's the porn name of that, which Hussey drew himself, and I've seen. What the fuck is happening? Don't forget to use the lasso tool. Why is Rev putting Pokemon characters into quadrants? I'm trying to understand. Okay? Alright, so anyway. Okay, but I just want to select... Okay, hold up. We could just do like this. And then... Wish this had multiple layers. But then it would be Photoshop or GIMP and not Paint. And then it would look like actually legitimately good. Rather than shit. Rotate, flip, horizontal. There you go. 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 It's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together. Troll horns now? Okay, hold up. But the thing is that, like, despite the fact that it was drawn by hentai artists, it's still canon, right? So then, you know, there's that. Can we go back to the purple Harry Potter Nazis somehow? Listen, which is worse? This or whatever we were just doing? Like, I feel like I'm making the world a better place by shaping it in my image. You know? This is worse? Is this worse? Give me out Sweet Bro's face. Alright, I got it. I got you, fam. There you go. I turned 32 years old in a couple months here, and just I felt very old just now. Like, just exceedingly old suddenly. Alright, there we go. Anyway, what were you doing? It's so ridiculous. Any girl would be lucky to have a chemist as diabolical as you, especially that one. Who knows what her problem is? She has issues. Well, thanks for saying so. I'm not sure why we never talk about our romantic aspirations. We should more often. It's kind of exciting. It's probably because you fill your gossip quota with your nubby horned bro. And you leave nothing left to talk about with your dear sweet monorail. We're supposed to help each other with stuff like that, remember? Maybe. Seems kind of odd, though. Seems like everyone gets their monorail very young. You have a stupid fishy face. What's odd? Have you ever thought about that? Fine. Well, those are my stupid feelings, and what are yours? Seems like we get along too well with everybody to be harboring any black sentiments. Yeah, but I think I feel like, yeah, monorail. I mean, like, yeah, they have to. They leave the planet super young. I feel like being able to find someone who, like, a best friend forever starts early. Can I sell my chart or something when I finish Homestuck? I will make a version of it that will be available in some way, shape, or form, like a quilt or something, because it feels like a quilt of bullshit at this point. Like it's borderline incoherent in sectors. I'm gonna make it bigger because it just needs to be. It's like not even gonna be a good like ratio. Like it's fucking like I can't imagine owning this. And the resolution is shit. Like everything that it's like in a ghetto sweatshirt, but like somehow worse. Yeah, we could make this into like one of those. Like you just wear this, but instead of like anime girls that are like getting fucked, it's I just want to get this like nice and central, like a little bit to the left, so that way for when I need it for after hours. There you go. There you go. It's good. Just leave it on screen for a minute or two. That's at the 1 hour 45 mark. Good. That way I can make sure that's a thing. Anyway, what was I talking about? 1 hour 45 minutes. Hopefully I remember to do this. I wrote it down. Fish Nazi. Right. Fish Nazi Harry Potter. Maybe not old enough to have those feelings yet. Still pretty young, though. Yeah, those are your black leanings. What about red, Eridan? Red? Oh, and then face. Is there a lucky lady that you were waxing scarlet for? Or a lucky fellow? Tell me, don't pretend you're all embarrassed suddenly. It's none of your damn business. I gotta go. Come back later when it's time to play. Oh, he absolutely does have a thing for her. Another emotionally exhausting conversation. Too many feelings and problems. It couldn't be any clearer to you. You and the Sea Princess have splashed down hard into the monorail zone. And now you don't know which way is upward. Perhaps tonight you reveal your true feelings towards her, and in these exaggerated emotional theatrics once and for all, one way or another, you need a stiff drink. Not this swill that you despise. Check fridge. You pay a visit to the common land dweller to prefers a thermal hull instead of the more aristocratic and especially exoteric and alien-sounding term, refrigerator. A bunch of unbelievably shitty ones tumble out. Of course, you know those were in here. You're not even sure why you looked. Go get a beverage. Another emotionally exhausting conversation. Too many feelings and problems. That guy. Talk about high-maintenance monorail. Perhaps tonight you reveal your true feelings towards him. In the end, these exaggerated emotional theatrics one way or another. You need a sugary drink. So does she have a thing for him? Do they want to furk? Or does she just fucking hate him? This is stupid. Disarm. Definitely not. Keep reading. Okay. You decide to unwind and take your mind off the drama for a while before starting the game. You nearly forgot that it was going to be an exciting night, especially for what you're about to do next. It's exciting. It's always excited. You're excited. You equipped Dawn Intente, a golden double culling fork, a legendary weapon reserved for royalty, and generally only for those used in ceremonial purposes. Poseidon. Fuck you! Sorry, not you, Tornado Kirby, for pointing that out, but fuck you, Andrew Hussey. You equip Ahab's crosshairs, which is yet another legendary weapon, as a powerful and kind Apophis will allow. You plundered it from a ghost ship during a particularly challenging... He has rifle kind as his Spectivus. He just shoots a thing with a gun. You plundered it from the ghost ship during the particularly challenging campaign. Same old gambling ship from which your accomplice at the time was plundering a set of extraordinarily powerful dice. You feel sorry for the adversaries you'll face tonight. They will most likely pose neither team much challenge at all, unless if one of the links in the prototyping chain includes something especially huge and monstrous. But really, what are the odds of that happening? Bother Vriska. On the subject of your old accomplice / rival, you try and talking to her one more time, even though you know that she won't answer. You know she is bored shitless with you and your drama, and probably starting to not care about the stupid doomsday device, which probably won't even work. She knows you know it won't work. She probably has to pull all the pieces together, and she knows it will be an elaborate ruse to get in cahoots with her again. She's just went along with it and playing you for a chump. You're such an idiot. What would your weapon as a spectibus be? I feel like I don't get choices in these things. See? No answer. Bored shitless, just like you thought. She's much hotter than irons and fire than you these days. Okay. I don't feel like I get to choose anything. But it was long ago that you were the hottest iron. At the height of your prowess in sea grifts, Mindfang, the Orphaner Dulscar, were an alliance of unmatched terror and competition, unbridled tempest. Either way, the spoils were typically traded and shared. No levels were left for anyone else to be gained. None of the levels. Warhammer kind figure. Oh, that's really lame and probably accurate. You practiced kendo, didn't you? Yeah. My brother was looking through old VHS tapes that we had like recorded on our handheld camera, and apparently there was one of me doing kendo. I don't know as if that'll ever be a thing that you guys get to see, but you know. I do have a katana. You would have the victims of your conquest walk the paint, while you would reap their custodial spills, and while yet another partook not in the revelry but necessity. She had to keep her fed in order to keep her calm, but to keep her terrible voice down. If she were to raise it above a whisper, the trolls would begin dying. First, the lesser bloods, more physically susceptible. If she raised it to a shout, all the planet would die, land and sea dwellers alike. And if she were ever really upset, she might release the vast glub, a psychic shockwave that would exterminate every troll in the galaxy. In truth, it would all be too easy to solve the land dweller problem once and for all. You just need to lighten up on the feeding schedule for a while. Maybe you'll be a little too busy to bother with it, that hassle for once. And maybe you could happen to be off your game for a spell, perhaps, even at the best of sometimes. But nah, that would make her upset. More emotions, more problems. That's all you need. Sometime later. This is a creature that just exists and we have to deal with. That statue. I don't know anything about that. Witch of Life takes her place in the land of dew and glass. Report to Iriden. Whew. Fef, are you in? Yeah, that took forever. I was getting kind of worried. That was a pretty close call and got kind of complicated. But Solix finally came through. I believe the chain is finally complete. Okay, let me make sure I... Let me make sure my chart is right. Where is it? This one? Oh, I don't have them on the chart. Okay. The Mobius double reach round, right. I had a... Yeah, I don't know. Remember the question why the trolls don't rise up? That's why. So literally just like, if they even tried, they'd just hold up in the castle until the beast got upset enough to kill all of them. Like, not even go out there and fight them. Interesting. Thank you for the Homestuck bits there. Stop Tacknell. That's good. I actually have something that I've been meaning to ask you. Whoa, really? What is it? Well, okay, you first. But this isn't easy to say. Yeah, I know. It's okay. Maybe we'll understand more than you think. Might even be saying the same thing. I hope so. But I think that now that we both in the game and have left our world behind, and you can no longer pose a danger to the people that you had always planned to, I think it's not really necessary for me to be your moral rail anymore. Whoa, wait, what? I'm really sorry, Aiden. I'm just... It has been so hard looking after you and keeping you out of trouble. It's taken a toll, and honestly, I'm really exhausted. Fuck, this isn't what... I mean, I don't know what I was expecting this is at all, but I'm not sure I can handle this. I'm sorry. It'll be best for... Oh, okay, so she had actually like him, but just like... She realized she could stop him from doing massive genocide, and she didn't want genocide to happen, so there you go. Please don't. Look, I'm being serious here. I won't even use my weird accent while I type, just so you know that I'm being real dead serious and honest about this. I'm being serious and honest too, see? Okay, good. You sure you're not being hasty, that you've just been a lot? I mean, we're supposed to be fated to be monorails since, aren't we? Isn't that how it works? You can't just throw that all away now that you're sick of me. I'm not sick of you, Aridin. I really still like you. In order to be destined to be monorailage, most people have to be on board, don't you think? But I can't do it anymore. I just think it wasn't meant to be all along. And really, you don't need me anymore. You're free to do as you wish. We both are. I can't look after you anymore. I didn't need anyone to look after me. I was totally fucking fine with my ambitions were noble. Really, none of your fucking business, quite frankly, your majesty. And the reason I got put up with sticking my flipper in this fucking shithole quadrant was with you was what? Never mind. Tell me. Okay, fine. I apologize for losing my shit all of this. I just was caught off guard, okay? And maybe it's a good thing, really. Actually, I might have been proposing the same thing, to be honest. Oh, yeah? Fef, have you thought about, since you don't want to be pale with me, it's possible that some other type of relationship with me? Type of arrangement with me? What do you mean? I mean... something a bit more red. She's not fucking into you, dude. Like brighter red? No, I hadn't thought about it at all. Okay, well, now that you think about it, now that you're thinking about it, I don't know about that. Why not? I thought you said you liked me. Well, I do, but I don't really know if I like it's really in that way. Couldn't it be, though? Like, don't you think there's, like, room in your collapsing, expanded bladder-based aquatic vascular, your heart, for these feelings? I've never had a chance to consider anything like that. I think I just spent all my time worrying about you and trying to keep you from killing everybody or hurting yourself. It took all my energy. I don't think I have anything left for those feelings either. Oh, God, what? Just the biggest idiot who has ever lived. I cannot believe I just opened up to you like a chump when I knew what was coming. I'm one sad fucking brine sucker. Over-emotional, sappy trash. You're right. I'm not better than anybody. I'm worse than everybody. Everybody. All the bodies. Stop. God. Will you just clam up for once in your life? Always carping and carping and carping. And you completely overboard with your emotions. Always looking to reel in drama when wherever you can. Is now the time for fish puns? I'm up to my gills in it. I just can't salmon the strength and amore. I cannot believe you're doing the fish pun thing when you're breaking up with me. Real nice. I mean, real nice. Thank you for the 10 bits. My bitch of a sister was visiting for the holidays, so thanks for prying with me. A distraction. Really? Is this the distraction you wanted? Is that the distraction you wanted? Really shouldn't be as bad as it sounds, but when all is said and done, I'm still your friend. We all have left a word behind. Everyone is world. I don't know why I pronounced that weird. Everyone is dead, and there's no use in worrying about it now. It's over. It is time to play the game and focus on building something new and exciting. So hang in there, Erden. I have to go now. Solix is in serious trouble, and I have to help him. Bye. Wait, don't go. Do you think you can get to 2578 today? Depends on how many pages like this exist. Proceed to gate. Honestly, that has to have been rough for her. Like having to deal with that shit. We're on 2469. Check on Solix. I am gonna have to stop in just a minute. How much? What page did you say that we needed to get to? 2578. So almost 100 pages from now. I don't think we're doing that today. Hey, bro, are you okay? Oh, hey. Oh, God. What have I done? Solix, please tell me that's just honey. Please tell me it's just honey. Just let it be honey. Oh, God. Make believe time is over. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. It's all your fault. You couldn't get to him before the glub. There, you blubbering goddamn pansy. And then he's just in the background honking. Why don't we leave that for next time? Unless if it's going to be... I want to get it to like another page where there's words. But if it's going to be this fast, then maybe not. Yeah, she was stuck in an unhealthy friendship because she didn't want genocide. Which is, you know... good for her. I get why people like her now. Gamzee, indulge emotional theatrics. Okay, so now we got another big page. I think we're going to call it there for the night. I think that was I think we got some good shit in this stream. And we'll call it there. I think that's probably good enough for now. People like Fefree. I mean, to be fair, the comparison made there is Fefree versus, aquatic Harry Potter neo-Nazi. Like, it's very easy to like her almost immediately. You know what I mean? Let me check and see if there's any art, and then we'll call it there. I see one art on the Boru. Let me double check Twitter real quick. Okay, cool. Yeah, nothing else. All right, so it's just this one then. We got this one from the Atomic Ace. Let me bring it up on screen. There you are. The Atomic Ace. I do not know if they've got I don't know if, yeah, they've got an Instagram you can go to, instagram.com, the Atomic Ace, and it's of him, the boy. He's good. It's a good style too. Like, you could very easily have gone with like something more traditional to the Homestuck style, but you went with your own style and did a Homestuck thing. It's a very good car cat. Chat, if you're watching this like in post and didn't see it live, chat is scrolling by very fast and they appreciate the art. Nice style. Oh Lord, he's coming. This is the most Homestuck fan art. The boy, I love it, etc., etc. There's some love there. Anyway, that's where I think we'll call it for the night. Are we doing fan art now? Yeah, I always check the art on at the end of streams, preferably related to my streams. Any idea when the next one's gonna be? I am gonna work it out with Mike. It's either gonna be Tuesday or Wednesday. If I can get the special cool thing done in time. I think I will be able to, but it's going to take a lot of work to be able to do so. It's, I think I might ask that it be Tuesday, but we'll see. So it's either Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I'll take off the other day of those two. When's the secret project now? It's going to be at the end of the next Homestuck stream, I think. Just because I think it's I think chat will like it and want to be involved, and this chat also moves very fast, and I think that would be beneficial. So anyway, that's it for me for now. I'm gonna go and raid someone. I don't know who. If no one I know is live, then I'll just raid someone at random. In fact, I think I might go and raid someone at random. So stick around for that. It'll get you extra points for that special thing that's going to be happening either on Tuesday or Wednesday. I will be tweeting about it for when it does. I will see you guys when I do. Bye.